All right, so we're going to talk about how many women miss out on finding a good man while chasing men with money. Welcome to the channel. This channel is about men's image. And in these clips, we're going to talk about how women feel about money. Most of you already know. That's all they care about is money. And it's sad because you would think they would come to the point where they realize there's not a lot of rich men in the world. And you would rather just die alone than just have a good partner, a good regular guy. It's crazy.
You know what I've noticed? Women do not want providers for real. They want immature men with money.
Yep.
Yeah. They want men who base their status off of how much money they have in their wallets. They want men who lead with their wallets. They do not want a man to genuinely be a provider in their lives. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Because let's think about it. When we go onto social media now, we talk to any of the young girls now, what they talking about? He got to have some money. He got to have some bread. He got to pay for this. He got to do my nails. He got to do my hair. I'm not going on the first date unless he dropped $200, $300, $400, $5 million on me. There's nothing said about character. There's nothing said about integrity. There's nothing said about ambition. There's nothing said about goals. It's just how much money does he have? And the men who lead with their wallets are typically the men who have nothing going for themselves because they reel you in financially. They know that that is the most attractive thing about them. And because they know that's what they can offer, and you guys have made it abundantly clear that that's the only thing that you're looking for, they're winning. They're going to always come out on top. And then when you're in that relationship, because a lot of y'all are lover girls at heart, like let's call it what it is. You want to listen to the Shira Sevens and all of this, and you want to be a gold digger and a sugar baby, and you only with a man for money, but that's not really who you are. You want the relationship. You want the love. You want the commitment, right? You want the reassurance. You want the emotional connection. But see, when you don't get that, you're mad. Men are this and men are that. No, baby. You wanted the nigga with some money, right? You don't feel safe with them. You don't feel secure with them. You don't feel like you can actually build a future with them. Because again, they know you have taught them, and like I said a million times, if y'all want men to be different, you have to be different. And what happens is women in general, or women in this category at least, has taught men exactly what they want, exactly what they need.
Exactly. And she's hitting a point, but she's missing one point. They want all those other things that she talked about, character, relationship, but they want that dude to have money. They don't care about all that unless he has money. Money has become the number one priority. So all that other stuff they don't care about. That's the bottom line. They have made men the prize. Rich men. Because now men know 80 to 90% of women are looking for 10% of the men. And they miss out on these, I like to call them best value men. Okay, a best value man start around 50,000, but he could be a good man to work up with him. But they don't want to do that. Okay, and then some of these best value men might be six-figure men, but they don't want to be in the spotlight. Be linked in. They might be loners or something, but they make money. They don't want to be in the spotlight. So women miss out on a lot of these good men. They don't look for character unless it comes with a wallet. And that's just the bottom line. That's all they care about.
Ladies, to find the rich husband, you must change your natural habitat. Let's break it down for the year 2026. January, Aspen for New Year's snow. St. Moritz for the snow polo. And Davos for the World Economic Forum. Cold? Yes. Rich man? Also yes. February, Dubai International Boat Show. New York Fashion Week. The Super Bowl VIP parties in Miami. If he's not there, he's broke. March, the Paris Fashion Week, Crypto Expo in Dubai, SXSW in Austin, Tech Bros, CEOs, pick your poison. In April, we are in LA for Coachella, F1 in Shanghai, the Miami Beach Polo Tournament, sunscreen, sunglasses, and money. In May, we are in Cannes for the Film Festival, Monaco Grand Prix, the Met Gala after parties in New York City. If he's rich, he's there. Simple math. In June, we are at the Royal Ascot in London, Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal, Art Basel in Switzerland. Bring your quiet luxury vibes. In July, we are in the Hamptons, Saint-Tropez, Wimbledon, London, yacht season, money season, hot season. In August, we are in Monaco for the yacht events, the Ibiza VIP week, and the Swiss Alps luxury retreats.
What are you going to do there? They really think those men go there just to get any woman. No, those men look for a special type of women. They don't understand that.
Relaxed and loaded. In September, we are in New York Fashion Week, Venice Film Festival, in Singapore for the Grand Prix night race, perfume, power and money. In October, we are back in Paris for Fashion Week, Frieze Art Fair in London, and the Qatar Grand Prix in Doha. Reach energy. Don't waste your time. November, we are at the Web Summit in Lisbon, Dubai Air Show, and the most important, the Billionaire Summit in Tokyo. Let's not forget about Abu Dhabi for the Grand Prix. Networking, romance, or both. Pick wisely. December, Art Basel in Miami. In Malibu for holiday parties. Aspen for Christmas week. Dubai for the New Year party. If you didn't meet him yet, he's probably broke.
About a year ago, I posted a video saying women who marry for money are corny. I got fried on the internet. However, like many great philosophers, I think my ethos was just a touch too early for the times. I do think the internet is now ready to hear my side. However, instead of saying women who marry for money are corny, I'm going to say women who aspire to marry for money are delusional. And I'll point out 3 main delusions. I know this from lived experience. I went to one of those fancy New England prep schools. I went to a top 12 school. I had interned in banking. A lot of my friends work in banking. I've worked in tech. I've worked in finance, blah, 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 blah. I know that world, so I can tell you from lived experience. So delusion number 1 is who these men are actually choosing. I think what made this discourse so exciting in the beginning is it made women believe that a man is going to pluck you from obscurity, from the town that you hate, from the job that you hate, and he can fundamentally change your life. When in reality, these men have a very specific pool of women that they're selecting when they're thinking about partnership. They are thinking about, or they're selecting women from the business school that they went to, the undergrad that they went to, the pre-professional programs that they are part of, the members-only clubs that they are part of, where they summered over the vacation, family, friends, or maybe through friends of friends. Like maybe he's having a housewarming in his apartment loft in Tribeca and his best friend brings a homegirl and that's how he meets. But it's all through very proximate and
But a lot of women, they don't even look at this stuff. They don't even know anything. That's the one thing Kevin Samuel's show used to show, that women wanted these rich men, but didn't even know how they made money. Didn't even know some of the occupations that had high incomes. So when I see a woman like her speaking to women, they don't know, they don't care. It's all a fantasy for them.
Centric circles. And let's say you do get lucky and maybe you connect on Raya or a night out. The second he brings you around friends or the partner at the law firm and you can't talk comfortably about certain things that only people who grew up talking about those things can do, it's a wrap. The second delusion is what the experience of dating this person is actually like. Social media has made it seem like it is countless shopping trips and Chanel bags. The reality is, whether you're dating someone who inherited wealth, who is creating their own wealth, athlete, entertainer, they're always traveling, they're always on the road, they're always working. They have zero time to pay attention to you. It is an extremely lonely relationship. Essentially, you are effectively single with some moments of partnership.
Exactly, but they don't think about all that. They don't care. They have no clue about rich men. All they know is money. That's why you see most of the women who talk about money, talk about getting their nails and stuff done, they don't understand money. They've never been around money. It's just like a lot of people who wear designer clothes or drive fancy cars. Most of them are not rich. Most rich people are very low key, so people don't even know if they're rich. Most of the people who look rich are not rich. Bottom line.
Fellas, I'm sick of it. Let me tell y'all something. You cannot make these women happy at all. Because if you don't got a job, she gonna leave you. If you got a job and you work too much, she gonna leave you. If you don't have nothing, she's gonna leave you.
Preach.
If you're trying to build something, she's gonna leave you. Women are only with men because of the convenience or maybe even the idea of having a man.
Thank you.
Women, they don't want to sacrifice nothing. They don't want no responsibility for nothing. They don't want to go 60-40. They don't want to go 40-60. They don't want to go 50-50. They don't want to do nothing. All they want is the benefit of a king. But they do not want to have the patience and do what it takes to help him build the kingdom.
Nope.
So this is where you need to wake up. You need to realize what type of women that you're dealing with and go get you a woman that believes in your dream.
Yes, that's right. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even worry about it. If she's from the West, it doesn't matter because she can believe in your dream today and then tomorrow, don't give a damn about you. Okay, she can tell you this is yours. You know, you be in there doing your thing. Oh, it's yours, it's yours. A week later, she telling somebody else that. It's a waste of investment. I always say you can't build up equity with women in relationships. So that's why you need to focus on your goals and just stay focused and stack that bread and go get a woman overseas somewhere.
Your spouse is either your biggest investor or your most expensive liability. Broke people marry based on emotion. Rich people marry based on alignment. You can't build an empire while the person that you're sleeping with is telling you that you're delusional and you need to get a backup plan. The Bible says, do two walk together unless...
Isn't it crazy how they can speak about the Bible or God in the context of money? Speaking and looking like a 304, but interjecting God or the Bible. This is how delusional many of them are.
Unless they have agreed to met. If you're not walking in the same direction, you're slowing each other down. And I want you to look at your life right now. Is your partner pushing you to be unreasonable about your vision or keeping you small, safe, and broke? You can't level up in a relationship that rewards you for staying down. Did you marry an investor or a liability? Because one funds your future and the other one taxes it.
The only men that have an issue with a woman that wants a provider is the man that can't provide for a woman.
Oh my God.
The men that live paycheck to paycheck, low credit score, broke, and call women that want a man with a provider gold diggers are the ones that literally cannot provide. You can find a man that is living paycheck to paycheck, but when he sees you, he sees value in you, and he will literally build himself to a space where he can provide for you because that's his mentality. Just because he doesn't have it like that at the moment doesn't mean that he can't get it like that, and he will make it clear. You guys are settling for men that believe in this whole 50-50 crap. They can't do anything for you because they can barely do for themselves. And
it's amazing how 50-50 they want to call it crap, because this is why you know it's a fantasy from the media. Because 70 to 80% of women work. A lot of black women have been they see these images in movies and TV shows where these white women are not working, but all women work of all races. Because how can all women not be with a man that's going 50-50? The economy, you need two incomes. What is wrong with them?
they feel like they're bringing a lot to the table, and they ask you what you're bringing to the table, which is such a broke, low vibrational conversation. Men that bring that type of conversation up are typically the ones that don't have anything to bring to the table. They're the ones that don't see your value. I have never been with a man with a provider mentality, and he ever asked me that because he sees the value and he wants to provide for me. No man want to provide for a woman like you. Where is your value? You got a nose ring, the way you speak. You're the type of woman that would marry a man and be gone, and 2 weeks later take half his shit. You don't care about 50-50. You want a man to take care of you because you think it should happen because you got a twat. That's the bottom line. Everybody has to work today, but some of these women do not understand that, and it's crazy that they do not understand that.
If you're not dealing with a paycheck to paycheck man, good for you. Get your money and ask them for it all the time, even when you don't need it, even if you don't even want it. Even if you got everything you want, still ask them for it and put it in your bank accounts. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because there's going to be a day when they're going to be like, well, and start taking their time. And you're going to be glad you did what I told you. You said, would I try a dating app for study and experience purposes? Only if somebody's paying me to study it and experience it and give my review on it. Only if somebody's paying me a lot of money. I would never get on a dating app. That's some trash stuff. Sprinkle.
The only reason why she won't get on a dating app is because she know the men with money, they don't have to get on dating apps.
Imagine, think about this. Wealthy men who are somebody in society or somebody period in their own mind, they're not on there. Their reputation will not allow them to be on there. What you're going through and sifting through is the leftover clearance rack of desperation or men that are looking for mattress rolls. I don't recommend dating websites at all.
What else are they going to do?
Okay? Any high caliber man that has a reputation to protect ain't on no dating app. And I don't want a man who don't have a reputation to protect. Do you understand? That means he probably got a boss somewhere. He probably is scraping through scraps because he can't attract people in real life. He can't impress women in real life. He gets his ego stroked online because he can't get it stroked in real life. I don't want that mess. Why do y'all? And y'all putting yourselves on dating apps on the clearance rack for millions of bums and dusties and weirdos to sift through and see your picture and have access to you. That's not exclusivity. You know, wealth is where exclusivity is. You ain't gonna find it up on there. You might find a few dollars here and a few dollars there and some hair and nail money, but you ain't finna find nothing for real. Okay? And if you do find something, they gonna stay on them dating apps and you gonna catch them later looking through it again after they so-called with you. So why do y'all get on it? And people that are on dating apps, especially men, they become addicted to it. They can't let that go. Even if they find somebody, they're still going to be on it. Okay? How do I know? Because I've dealt with this so many times with women who have gotten consultations from me in the past, talking about, I met him on a dating website, and now he's still on it, even though we live together, and he gives me all the money. He's on there. I had to make a fake profile and start talking to him. He started talking to me, and we're supposed to be meeting up. What do I do? Girl, I told you stop meeting people on a dating app. They gonna do that. That's what they gonna do. They're cheaters. They're sifting through the leftovers. You was one.
Men need to date within their tax bracket and stop getting mad that the woman they want has high standards. You don't walk into a luxury store and get mad that the prices are high. You can either build up your money and wait to buy what you want or shop where you can afford. Dating works the same way. A woman with high standards makes insecure men feel uncomfortable. Not because they're asking for too much, but because she reminds them of what they haven't built yet. If you want to appeal to a high standard woman, focus on building your income, your discipline, your purpose, and self-respect. Build yourself up to attract the standard of woman you desire.
This is why so many men have checked out, because you telling me I got to work hard to get a woman like this? Is that what you're telling me? This is the dynamics? And this is the normal mentality that they have. This is transactional thinking. It's not about relationships. It's not about getting to know anybody. This is the modern woman, a masculine woman. Just even the way she speaks. And I guarantee you she thinks she's being feminine. No, you're a masculine woman with no goals in life. So you want to live off a man. It's not happening. Those days are over.
I'm going to tell you why the average modern woman is single today. The average modern woman is single today because she is looking for a rich man to provide a soft lifestyle for her. This is literally why most average women are single, because they have been lied to all of their lives and told that they were the prize. They have been lied to all of their lives and told that they deserve higher quality than what they actually are worth. Okay. And because of this, and also social media, it has caused this illusion that average modern day women can somehow obtain a rich man. And so what happens is they reach for the stars. Never mind the fact that they're average. They're nowhere near the women that look like 10s. Never mind the fact that a lot of average women have baggage. They have children outside of marriage, right? They're not in the gym as much as they should. They just don't look aesthetically pleasing as much as they think they do. But for whatever reason, because they've been lied to, they feel like they qualify for a man that's rich. So instead of building with the average man and coming with him and building and then creating a lifestyle that they ultimately want, and they work for it, they choose to waste their years in life just waiting for this rich man to come and save them. And I hate to break it to you, but the rich man is not coming to save you, love. He's not. You're an average woman and you need to stay in your lane. As simple as that. And I just find it so funny because men don't have an issue with this concept. They very much know what woman is in their lane and which woman that they can obtain. But for whatever reason, women just live in delusional land. A word of advice, it would be better to get you an average man and build with that average man, and then you can create the lifestyle that you've always imagined and dreamed of.
But the problem is, a lot of their dreams and a lot of the things they imagine, it comes from fantasy movies. Okay, these are Disney fantasies. These are Disney desires. No longer of a woman want a good regular life, raise kids, have a good man at home, and you just enjoy being together.
I'm a prime example. Me and my boyfriend, we have our marriage plan and all that together, but we are very much coming together because obviously we love one another, but we are very, very, very adamant about building generational wealth. And we are moving very strategically. We're not getting married until we, exercise using FHA loans and things of that nature so that we can get our real estate up. We both have properties, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is very, very doable for two average people to come together and build generational wealth. You have a better chance of obtaining the lifestyle you want from that, ladies, than trying to wait for a rich man to save you. He's not saving you.
Looking for a financially stable partner is the best bet. Do you feel a sense of disillusionment from it? Or what would you say in response to people who look at that and say, oh, I aspire to that?
I don't know if I've really had an intimate relationship with a man in my entire life. I dated men of means, so I started flying by PJ and staying in, wonderful hotels and incredible suites and traveling the world. And it just rings so hollow because then you'll see those same guys do that for other girls kind of thing, It's just men's with means that's nothing.
I've spoken to women before who have a partner who has lots of means, and it contributes, may not be the only reason, but it definitely contributes to their feeling of appreciation to be in the relationship.
And don't let me say that being like all rich men are pieces of shit. That is definitely not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
However, I've dated enough of them that there is a consistency. I call it rich man syndrome. And you know what rich man syndrome looks like?
What?
Somebody gotta get that. Fame is a vapor, popularity is an accident, riches take wings. The only thing to endure is character.
Yes, but that's the problem. A lot of you women do not care about character. Okay? And even that woman before that, she's talking about building generational wealth. And I get the concept, but this is where everybody's mentality is. A lot of times women hide behind that. They don't want generational wealth. They don't even think about other people. They want a lifestyle now, and they hide behind this concept of building generational wealth. It's a lie. They don't care about all of that. And even her, she was empty. That's why she chased rich men, because she was an empty person. She was in videos showing her body, so she was empty, missing something, chasing something. And now she want to wake up at her age, and she still looks good for her age, but she's older now. So the men who do have those means, they kicked her to the curb because they can go get the young version of her. And that's why she want to speak down on them in terms of rich man syndrome. What about 304 syndrome? 304, well, we don't want to get all into that. But anyway, folks, that's it for this video. Until the next one, the truth will set you free.